Hey guys, how are you? It is Andrea here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited to share with you 5 things that are working for our family during this pandemic with a spirited toddler. So, I haven't been on here in a little while. My camera broke and I have a new one, so I'm testing it out. This is my first video with a new camera, and I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. It just feels really, really good to be able to connect with you again. This video, I hope it is brief. I wrote down my notes, these five things that are working for us. And if there's anything that's working for you during this time, please comment below. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear how you're doing, what's working for you and your family, what's not working, anything that's going on. I would love to hear about it. The first thing I want to say is I know that this is such a challenging time for everyone in every family. There's just so much going on, and I want you to know that I see you and I hear you. And again, if you are struggling with anything, please know that you are not alone. Okay? I want you to know that. I want you to know and hear that you are amazing. You are awesome and you are doing a wonderful job. I feel like sometimes we need to hear that, and it's because it's the truth. So I want to say that. So thank you for you and for doing what you are doing. The first tip I have going through my list here is staying close to home. So I used to, not often, but sometimes I would drive like 20, like 30 minutes to a park, to check out a new park that I heard had great views or a neat like nature area, maybe a nice playground. And during this pandemic, I've been staying really close to home. Of course, we're home most of the time. It's summer here where I live. The weather is gorgeous, and I'm really, really thankful for that. But if we do go to park, we go super close by. I know that that's not convenient or possible for everyone, but I did a little bit of research, and I feel really silly because I did some research on parks that were close to us, and I found two that were off of, well, more, I mean, I've discovered more than 2 parks, but there were definitely 2 that were off of main streets that I used to drive past all of the time in their nature preserves, and I had no idea that they were even there. Like, I had no clue. They were kind of hidden, but they were definitely off of a main road. And so I discovered them, and they have been amazing places for Abby and I to visit, just to take a quick walk around a trail. She loves trees. She loves pine cones and leaves and sticks and all that sort of thing. So I definitely encourage you to explore your local area if that's possible for you. If you're looking for new places to check out, it has been really special for us. So that is tip number 1. Tip number 2, in terms of things that have and have not worked for us. I say have and haven't. This goes hand in hand. And I definitely have to give myself a lot of grace for this one because it has to do with toys. And when the pandemic first started, it was March and springtime, very cold spring here where I live, and I was feeling really stir crazy, and I bought Abby a ton of toys. I used to have a more of a minimalistic approach to toys, and I just went out and I bought so many. I was feeling like I needed to provide her with more stimulation in some form because we weren't seeing people, and that was really challenging for us, and we weren't going anywhere, and that was of course also challenging for us. So I bought her a ton of toys. She doesn't play with them really, and when summer came, of course, I bought her more toys for outside, like a slide, a climbing toy, a sandbox, a water table. I mean, you get the picture, just a ton of stuff. And she prefers playing with the rocks, looking at the items in our garage, and playing in the dirt. So if I could take the items back, honestly, I would, at least at this point, at this age. She's almost 15 months. This month she'll be 15 months. And like I said, I just need to give myself room to be okay with that, and figure out next steps. So I'll be making a list of all of the new toys that I purchased and things that she plays with and she doesn't, and decide what I want to do with them. Do I want to sell them, donate them, keep them in storage, and try again next year when she's a little older? So we'll see. If you have any like toy recommendations of, if you purchased too many toys in the past, what have you done? What solutions have you come up with that have worked for you? Please share them below. I would love to hear about your experience and what you learned from that. But so the things that have worked, well, I guess the thing that hasn't worked is buying too many toys. So moving forward, the thing that we'll do is just buy less toys, potentially no toys for quite some time. So I do want to share that with you, something that I learned during this time. The third item that we found has worked for us is to be really creative with our time. And for us, that means, if we go to a park or a playground, we go as early as possible. So, she wakes up, I change her, gets dressed, we have breakfast, and then we'll head over to the park or playground, and we find most of the times that we have the place to ourselves, or there's like one other family there, and it's really, really nice. It's nice for social distancing. It's nice to beat the midday sun and the heat of the day. So we go as early as possible, and I know that that is not convenient or possible for every family. I completely understand that. If it is possible for you, I just want to share that with you. That has been what has worked best for us. We've tried later in the day, and honestly, it's been so busy that I haven't even tried again. I think I've tried like once or twice, and I was overwhelmed by the amount of people. So for us, early is best. The fourth item that I have here, it's definitely tied to the first item, which is staying close to home, but it's spending more time in nature. It's summer here, so I feel like that's really easy for me to say because it's easy for us to be outside. And I'm thankful it's easy because I love the nice weather. I feel like it's cold here for such a long period of the year that I really, really want to just soak in the sun and the nice temperature and just being among the trees and stuff. But yeah, just being outside has really helped. It's helped to re-energize me, relax me, help me to refocus and de-stress. So, and I see that happens with Abby too. She's spirited and high needs, and she also gets re-energized and refocused in nature. I notice her attention span just really comes alive when she's playing with her rocks or playing with seashells. So that's really special. And as we look forward to the fall season, I really want to keep that going. I really want to think about how we can spend as much time as possible outside as the weather is getting colder and as the days are getting shorter. So just getting creative with that. If I come up with anything, I will be sure to share that with you for those of you who live in colder climates for most of the year. And if you live in an area where there's 4 seasons or multiple seasons, and 4 seasons, multiple seasons, I don't know if that makes sense, but more where there's colder weather, and you enjoy spending time outside, please share any tips you may have. I would love to hear about that and to learn about your experience. But that is something that we have learned and that has really helped us through this time. The last item that I have here is more of a message, and it's really just to go easy on yourself. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, we are all going through so much, and it's so hard for everyone. And I don't know if we're giving ourselves the opportunity to really say that out loud or to share that. You know, maybe we talk about it, but I don't know if we've really, really acknowledged how hard this is and how much we're doing and how awesome we are. And I feel like I need to say that. Like I said, you are awesome and you're doing awesome. You're taking on different responsibilities. You're multitasking. There's this burden for health and safety that's very important. Health and safety for our families and for all of those around us, for everyone. It's significant and it's serious, and I take it seriously, and that's a huge task. So I just want to say, again, just take this time, acknowledge what you're going through, and give yourself some grace. Just be easy with yourself, be gentle with yourself. Know that you're doing your very best, and that is enough. So those are my 5 tips. Again, please share below, comment below what is working for you and your family, what hasn't been, what has your experience been like, what are you looking forward to. I would love to hear your stories and experiences. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to be here with you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Mwah.